What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Hot Takes with Matt and Hot Sauce. And in this episode today, we got a special guest, our first guest that we've ever interviewed. It's Ryan Bourland, who has a 17-3 pro record. He won the Golden Gloves in California, competed in the National Junior Olympics, and as a lot of you guys know, was an opponent of Jake Paul. Ryan, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm excited. Good to see you again, and thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Yes,
if you wouldn't mind, just like take us through what's new with you. What's new in the world of Ryan Bourland since I talked to you 6 months ago.
I've been training, keeping up on my training, trying to maybe get another fight. I've been getting quite a bit of calls on some fights, and just trying to stay in shape and not get caught like I did in my last fight with being out of shape. And so just staying in shape, man, and looking to fight again here soon. Yeah, same old thing. Working, training. That's about it.
I saw that you retired in 2018, and what kind of made you want to jump back into the ring again, man? You got that itch or what?
Yeah, 100%. I think just like most fighters, man, it's hard to give it up, and something I love to do. And I gave it up. I came to work on the oil rigs, and when I first moved here, there was no boxing here, and then they opened up a gym, and when I had time, I started going, and then all of a sudden a fight came up in North Dakota, and I was like, man, I think this is like, it's God telling me something right here. No, they just opened a gym here now. There's a fight, and then that was like 2022. So I had been kind of out the gym for like 4 years at that time, and then so I was going to the gym, got that fight, got a win, and then it was like a year later or so that the Jake Paul thing came up, and wasn't in the best shape and probably the best time for me to take that fight, but that's an opportunity, I had to jump on. So
Yeah, so I mean, we'll get into that a little bit in your experience with Jake Paul and get your thoughts on this wild Jake Paul Anthony Joshua fight. But that's something I find super interesting about you, is the fact that you worked in the oil fields in Dickinson, North Dakota. Like, I respect the hell out of that job. That's not for the faint of heart. But yeah, can you just talk about what's that like, and just talk about balancing boxing and working in the oil fields? What does that look like?
man, it's pretty much your whole life, because the hours we work are insane, man. We work a lot of hours. So there's some days and sometimes up to a week at a time that you don't really get to get any training in. The days at work are long, and then you might only get 3 or 4 hours of sleep. So you gotta get a couple hours of sleep before you go back to work again, and then so it's hard. It's tough to stay in shape, but when you get the chance to get a workout in, you get your workout in, and the job is pretty physical, so it keeps you strong, but
Thinking that.
yeah, you still gotta be able to get your running and all that. You still gotta be able to get in the boxing gym. So
It was crazy though, is how you hear stories. I don't know anything about oil rig or riggers, but you hear stories about how dangerous it is. You know what I mean? How one person's mistake can be fatal for others, or even yourself. It's crazy how you traded for a little bit the dangers of boxing in the boxing ring for the dangers on the oil rig. You know what I mean? Like, how does that
yeah,
correlate? How does that go?
yeah. My dad and my wife and everybody says I sure good got a good choice of picking careers, I guess. But it is a dangerous job, man. You got you're out there in the middle of nowhere with like 4 other guys, and we're working long hours. So if somebody gets tired and their mind gets off task or something, it could kill the person next to them or kill everybody. And it's a dangerous job, and
Somebody got to do it though.
yeah, that's right, man. That's why they pay their good money too. So, but Yeah.
You know what I think about when I think of oil riggers and stuff? I think of that movie with Mel Gibson where like the president hired him to go to the asteroid and try to drill into the asteroid before it hit Earth and stuff. I don't know if y'all seen that
Yeah.
movie. Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but I'll check it out. I have to check it out.
Is that Mel Gibson, Matt? Is that what I'm thinking of?
I don't know.
What? You haven't
I've
seen
no
that movie
clue.
before?
No, but
Dude, it's a
honestly, that
classic.
sounds
It's
up my
intense,
alley,
man.
though.
It's an
Yeah, I want to.
asteroid coming to like destroy Earth, and like it's going to like life in the asteroid, and they hire some riggers out in Texas to go out there and cowboy up this this asteroid and try to drill it to break it apart before it hits Earth. It's pretty
Yeah,
intense, man.
that
Yeah.
sound like the type of guys that they need is sitting up there. There's some tough guys, man, out on them rigs. There's a lot of tough people out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, a question that just popped into my mind. You mentioned the strength, and you kind of read my mind there. Like, did you notice just a huge increase in your strength just from working in the oil rigs on a day-to-day basis? From like you were in California and then you moved to North Dakota. Has your strength just increased a lot since you began that job?
Yeah, honestly, it has. And I've gained a little bit of weight too. I'm sure some of it's muscle and some of it's from not being in the best of shape. But when I go home, we try to go back home once or twice a year, and sometimes I'll bring my boxing gear and meet up with my old buddies, and we'll do some sparring, and they'll be like, "Man, you hit a lot harder than I remember." And I'm like, "Dude, it's that rig strength, dude, carrying and picking up all that heavy stuff all day." And I believe in that, man. That stuff will get you strong.
Yeah. I got experience in that, man. Not actual riggers, but that's grown man strength is a real thing. And so I had a client here where he was dropping off his son, and his dad worked in the oil fields, and he shook my hand. Dude, I got my
Yeah.
hand back, like, God, man, get my shit back, man. What the hell?
Yeah.
His grip was crazy, man.
Yeah, it's a real thing, man.
Yeah, I think we can pivot into just talking a little bit about your experience with Jake Paul. And Kalvin, do you want to handle the first question here?
Yeah, for sure. So I don't know, Ryan, if you know, but so I also got a phone call to be involved with Mr. Jake Paul, but it was during a training camp. And so I know how that phone call happened. Can you kind of walk us through how this even came about for you when you got the phone call to potentially face Mr. Paul?
Yeah. So for sparring, are you a fighter?
Yeah, I'm a professional fighter. Yeah, man. 19-3. I'm ranked number 10 in the world for a little bit.
19-3,
damn,
17-3.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah. What weight are you?
I was at 168, man. I'm at 175 now, light heavyweight.
Okay. Are you still fighting?
Hell yeah, man. That's how I pay my bills, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice,
That's
man.
it.
Nice. But yeah, so I just reached out, social media, and got a call, and then we start messaging, and it took a couple weeks for everything to happen, a lot of back and forth, but
So
and
walk me
then
through
it
this.
ended
So
up.
you just had the idea one day. You said, I guess you reached out to Jake Paul, or you reached out to his team. Like, what did you do?
Yeah. I don't really want to go too much into it, but
Gotcha.
to part of his team.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then you like, look,
Well,
bro.
I'll just say I know it. Like you reached out to Nikisa, you DM Nikisa, his manager. Like when you saw
Okay.
that, you saw on BoxRec, because I talked about this with Brian before. Sorry, I'm the one saying it, not you. Ryan talked to Jake. You saw on BoxRec that Jake no longer had an opponent. He had an opponent scheduled, and then it fell through, and it said like TBD. And you're like, hey, I'm going to go shoot my shot. And you weren't exactly in fighting shape at the time. You're working your job. You're a married man. You had other priorities. And then you're like, but I can't pass up on this. So you shot him a DM, shot Nikisa a DM, and sure enough, that led to the fight. Is that pretty accurate?
Yep.
Yeah. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Were you in North Dakota at the time, or were you in California?
I'm in North Dakota. I've been here since 2018, so
Oh, okay. So they
what's
called
that,
you while you
about
was there.
last?
So let me
Yep.
ask you this, Ryan. So like when you got the fight, There you said there was no boxing gym there yet. Like, what did you do for training? How'd you train?
Well, there was at that time.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, because I mean, that was just 2 years ago.
Oh, okay, okay.
I moved out here in 2018, and the gym opened up probably 21, maybe
Ah,
2021 or
okay, okay.
somewhere around there. Yeah.
How, how much of a heads up did you have? Like, how long was the fight out? How many weeks?
Not much, man. I had maybe like 6 weeks, I think.
Okay, okay.
So yeah,
What about sparring, man? I can't imagine there's no sparring in North Dakota.
there ain't no sparring here, man. It was a bad situation, man. That's why I don't like talking about it because I don't want to make no excuses. I knew all that when I signed the contract. I knew
Yeah.
that it's not my weight class. I knew I had him. I knew all that when I signed the contract, and
Yeah.
um, it is what it is. I lost.
This is the thing, though, Ryan. So, as a fellow fighter, I've been fighting for 18 years. So it's not necessarily excuses. Facts are facts. You know what I mean? Like, you telling
That's
us what
true.
happened, it is what it is. You're not saying if I would have done this, I would have beat him. You're saying, like, I didn't have a
Yeah,
count, I didn't have no sparring partners, and those are just facts.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It is facts. And I that's true. It's
Yeah,
facts.
yeah.
So
Well, I'll ask you a question. Is obviously you. It seems like you're still hungry to prove what you got. Like that wasn't the best representation of you and your skill set. How hungry are you to kind of right that wrong and to put your best foot forward? And I know some big names have called you out. Calvin, I'm not sure if you saw this, but Le'Veon Bell, the former
Mhm.
NFL running back who's got a few boxing fights, wanted to fight Ryan. Chase
Right.
DeMore, who's going to be fighting Andrew Tate. He was a former D1 football player. He's like 6'5", 260 pounds.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, he called or he sent Ryan a message. Ryan, just talk about like how hungry are you for that next fight?
yeah, there's been a couple big ones that came close to happening, and I'm hungry, man. I feel healthy. My head feels good. My body feels good. I'm in decent shape now, compared to the last few years. So, it's not like I'm hopping off the couch 100% like this last couple times, but yeah, I think I got some more in the tank, and I'm excited to get a couple more fights and see what else I could
Ron, are you are you
accomplish.
are you still looking to continue fighting at cruiserweight, or are you thinking a different weight class? What are you thinking?
175. Yeah,
175. Nice,
yeah,
nice. And you
yeah,
fought you fought Jake at cruiserweight, right?
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. You know what's crazy?
I'm
I don't know if you know or heard anything about this TCL, this Team Combat League. Have you heard about that?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
it's a new-ish league where you fight one round fights, and then and you
Really?
essentially, yeah, you can fight one round, so you can fight essentially every week, and so they have different teams in major cities, kind of like the NFL and the NBA. So I fought in the league last season for the Dallas team, and I fought at cruiserweight during that time too, which I'm not a cruiserweight at all, man. I was actually 10 pounds under the limit when I weighed in. And so these guys are
Yeah,
blowing up even bigger. So I have a little experience of what you mean, how you got to fight at a heavy weight class. These guys are a little different. They're slower, but the punch got a little bit more thunder on it when they touch, you know what
yeah, 100%. Yeah, and there's a big difference between light heavy and cruiser, man. That's a
I
25-pound difference. It's not
mean?
like the other weight classes where there's only 5 or 6 or 7 pound difference.
Correct. And then you
25
got
pounds.
that's a lot. And then you got the guys who are tall and lanky and just hard to get to. Yeah, man, it's a little different,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, and them cruiserweights they're probably like 220, 230, really. So
Yeah, yeah. They're really
it's a
heavyweight.
yeah, it's a big difference.
Ryan, how much are you weighing in right now? I mean, you look pretty solid. You look pretty
Yeah,
solid. Is it
I
going to be
think
kind of tough to make 175?
I haven't been 175 for a little bit, but I'm definitely not. I know I can make it, and I'm not fighting that cruiser. It's just too big for me. So the fight I had lined up on February 13th was at 175, and then it didn't happen. So I'm like probably 205 right now. So little more than I should be, but I can make it.
Well,
So
it's cold up in North Dakota, man. You got to grow the beard out. You gotta, you
yeah,
gotta put on a little extra bulk, to make it through the winters. I
yeah,
know I'm from Wisconsin, man. It gets chilly. It gets chilly.
100%, 100%.
Yeah, man. So, well, I just we won't talk about your night against Jake Paul, but I got to pick your mind just when you heard the news that Jake Paul is going to fight Anthony Joshua. Just give me your initial reaction. Like, what were your thoughts on that?
Man, I'm surprised he moved up to that caliber of a fighter so quick. I think everybody was. I'm gonna be rooting for him. I think I'm gonna put some money on it too, man. And
Which way?
I'm sure the odds are against him, so I think there's a chance to make some money right there. But
Oh
yeah,
shit!
I'm gonna put some money on him. I'm gonna root for him, and I think he's got a chance. I didn't think he looked that good against Chavez, and so that's the only thing, you
You know
know.
what, Ryan? Ryan? Matt and I, we have a bet going on too for this fight. I don't think the fight is going to go through. I think something's going to happen to where either they postpone it or this happened or something like that. So we have a 200 push-up bet going on right now with my guy right here. We're going to do it on
Yeah,
the stream. If the fight happens or doesn't happen, man. I think Matt is scared. He's shaking now.
yeah,
Get the
I'm
dude,
thumbs
feeling
up.
that's
more
a
confident
good.
than ever. The marketing's coming out. They're marketing more. They're advertising
Yeah,
more. I'm feeling good about this, Calvin. You got 200 push-ups
yeah,
in your
Come
future.
on. Easy money.
yeah. There's a lot of people that are saying that too. So there's a possibility. There's a lot of people saying that it ain't gonna happen, and
Yeah.
um, yeah,
Right.
we'll see, I
Can
guess.
I pivot and ask you a question really fast? What do you think about everybody thinking Jake Paul fights are fixed? Kind of what's your opinion on that?
I don't know, man. People's gonna talk,
Mm.
People say I suck because I lost to Jake Paul. Some people say his fights are fixed. Everyone's gonna talk, man. Whether it's just people talking, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm in the same way. So when I was in Canada with them, I was in Dubai for 3 weeks when he was ready to fight Tommy Fury in Saudi Arabia. And the second time we sparred, I believe, I had my left hand down because it's Jake Paul, you know what I mean? So we was working, and he called me with an overhand right, the same punch that knocked out Tyron Woodley. And when he called me, it got my attention enough to go like, oh shit, this motherfucker really did knock his ass out. It wasn't no setup.
Yeah,
The punch he called me with, I mean, it didn't drop me, but it definitely got my attention. Like, let me keep my motherfucking hand up, make sure this shit don't happen again and shit. So
yeah,
I think he's playing into the fact that people think it's fake, because like they say all PR is good PR, even bad. But I think his fights are real. You know what I mean? But who am I?
yeah. I mean, people are gonna talk, man. Win, lose, whatever happens, they're gonna talk. You know what I mean? Maybe that's why he's jumping up to this fight. So, if I don't know what they're gonna say if he wins this one. I mean, they
You know what they're gonna
I
say? They're
guess
gonna
they're
say
gonna
it was
say,
drunk.
yeah, they're gonna say it's fixed too. I guess I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't know.
yeah,
Uh, it's just people talking, man. Half the time it's people that don't even know nothing about fighting half the time. But
yeah.
um,
Dude. You got to thumbnail that
so
shit, man. That shit is
yeah,
facts.
yeah.
Yes,
But
sir. So, obviously, you were in the ring with Jake 2 years ago. I mean, you felt his punches a bit at a bigger weight. My question for you is, like, how you said you're gonna put a little money on Jake. How do you see that fight going?
man, I don't know. I think if he brings it to him and he kind of comes at the fight like Andy Ruiz went at the fight, I think he could go kind of like that fight did.
Interesting.
Um, but I don't know. Fuck, man. Anthony
Just
Joshua, he just knocked out that big UFC guy, and
Nagano.
so that's a dangerous fight, man. I don't know who's gonna win. I'm excited to watch it, and man, best man win, I guess. So
Yeah, and also I think the last question I'll ask you on this, and then we'll move on. But just if Jake lands a shot completely flush, if he puts his head down and throws that baseball pitch right at Anthony Joshua, and he lands it right on the chin, how much damage could that do to him, you think?
I think it could win the fight. You know, I mean, he's a big dude. He's a big, strong dude. So I think, you know, them little gloves, he could. That's all it takes is one punch. So.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Well, Kalvin, you got any more questions?
No, man. I just think you guys are losing with Anthony Joshua losing to Jake Paul, man. I just think you guys, whatever y'all smoking on, man, go ahead and sell that shit. Y'all gonna make a lot of money that shit.
Yeah.
You're the one who's gonna owe me 200 push-ups.
I don't know who's gonna win, man. You know, may the best man win. May the best man win. So.
Yeah, I'm not picking Jake.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, but
okay.
No, I'm not picking him to win, but I'm not saying it's impossible for him to win. Like, I think there's a greater than 0% chance that he wins. You never know. And all I got to say is I really like both of you guys. I appreciate both of you guys. You're cool dudes. And I know how hard the boxing world can be when it comes to getting an opponent who will sign the contract and follow through and actually show up to the fight. And you guys are about the same height. You guys want to both fight at 175. I'm just saying, like, if you guys can't find an opponent, you know, business is business. It's nothing personal. What do you guys think about you two running it potentially?
Hell yeah. Fighters gonna fight. That's what we do, man. Fighters fight.
Yeah, that's what we do. We gotta pay the bills, man. So, but yeah, I have to follow you and check you out. What's your first name?
It's Hot Sauce. That's my legal name. My first name is Kalvin with the K. Hot Sauce is my nickname.
Okay.
Everybody call me Hot Sauce.
Okay. Yeah, I'll check you out and follow you, man, and wish you the best in your career and everything. And
appreciate it. Same thing too, big dog.
Yes,
next time I'm in North Dakota, man, I'm gotta hit you up. Next time I'm out there in North Dakota.
Yeah, you said you're in Texas?
I'm from Texas, but I'm in Arkansas right now.
Really? Fuck, that's where my family's from.
What part?
Nice, man. They're from Manila.
Oh, I know that. No idea what that is. I'm in Northwest Arkansas. I'm in Springdale.
Northwest. I think they're like north. I think they're like northeast. It's a small town, but it's a little small town. But yeah, for sure, man.
Awesome. This was, I had a blast. Thank you, Ryan, very much for your time. I appreciate it. And
yes, sir.
To the viewers, smash that subscribe button, hit it with a nice jab, and then we'll see you next time.
Oh yeah, you guys take care, man. Good talking to you guys.
What's that? Good chopping it up.
Yeah, appreciate it. Best of luck, man.